Alright, so hey guys, it's me again, your girl Raya, back again with another video.
So for today's video, we are going to talk about how to increase your damage resist. Now, for those that didn't know, damage resist blocks all damage received by a percentage or by a fixed amount. So what it means, by the way, if you check on your inner stats, you will see two types of damage resist. One is the fixed amount, which is what you guys can see here, which is there 6,720, and that blocks the damage that you receive most of the time, like or almost every time. While the percentage one is the percentage pretty much that it can block when your enemies attack. Now this is a stat that is very important because it helps you survive in the game, especially when you're on a PvP or when you're fighting in a group or in a team or when you're trying to gank somebody or whatever. So this really raises the survivability of your character if your damage resist is high. So that's what we're going to be talking about for today. We're going to talk about how to actually increase that stats. Now first, we are going to check on your glorious title. However, right now there's a bit of a problem with the glorious title that every single time I go in, it kind of lags on me, sadly. So this, by the way, has been raised and this is currently being fixed, so don't worry. Now, what I'm trying to say, guys, based on my other videos as well, glorious titles are the titles that you guys can get from events, treasure odds, or sometimes in TUK or Top Up King. So some of these titles can just provide base stats, but there are some special titles wherein it can give you damage resist. Now, it may not really give you a super large amount of damage resist, but every percentage actually helps you a lot into increasing it. The higher the damage resist, then that means the higher the chance that most of the attacks from your enemies gets blocked. So this is the reason why every single place where you can increase it, try to increase it. Now next, let's move forward to Master Talent. So in Master, just check on your Master 3, which is your Sacred Sanctuary, as you guys can see here. And on the middle part, you guys can see the very first talent here. You can increase the basic or the fixed amount, and then the second one pretty much increases your damage resist. Now this is a good strategy to choose the Sacred Sanctuary as your very first master tree, because this will help you with your inner stats, and I usually go for 1-3-3-3-2 combo for this one, because this one really helps me pretty much improve my character overall into raising the durability of my character. Now this one is pretty basic. All you need to do pretty much is whenever you're leveling up, instead of just leveling, just put it on your master tree instead. Now next, moving forward, let's go to Heart of Spirit. Now in Heart of Spirit, there's one feature here wherein you can increase the damage resist, as you guys can see here. Now what I usually do is, after completing it, I usually focus on damage absorb and damage resist, because again, damage resist compared to damage absorb as well as damage reduction, there are just a very few places where you can increase it, so you have to be mindful on where you guys can actually get it. So next, pretty much moving forward, let's check on, here you go, let's check on Elemental Spirit. So the Elemental Holy Spirit, as you guys can see in the middle, you might be thinking, what are you doing, Raya? Why are you checking it in the Elemental Holy Spirit? Well, if you guys didn't know, every single time you rank up your Elemental Holy Spirit, it actually provides you damage resist. Of course, every single time you level up, it just provides you elemental attack and defense, but every single time you rank up, it increases your damage resist. So this is one good strategy on how to increase it and how to solidify that damage resist of yours. So every single time you have a good amount of alliance contribution whenever you join alliance quests like Roland Wars, etc., or the events wherein you do it with your guildmates, please do it, because you need that alliance contribution to buy the Tinder, and that's very important. Even when I don't have this available yet, I started to actually buy it, because by the time I reach master level, it would be easier for me to upgrade it since I have a lot of materials. So this actually changed the game for the damage resist when this became available, or when this was released after the update. So this is really helpful because of course it gives good amount of damage resist. The problem though is the materials, after a while, it becomes very heavy for you to buy. So just be mindful that every day you actually purchase it, both on normal map as well as on the abyss map. so that you can easily increase it. So moving forward, let's go to the skill, alliance skill, and you guys can check on Minotaur, and you guys can see crit shield. And crit shield actually provides damage resist. Now, if you guys are wondering, but Raya, if you're going to use your alliance contribution there, then wouldn't that be a waste? Now, here's the thing. For the base or the fixed amount damage resist, you may not really feel how it helps your character because it only provides a little amount. But the fixed amount, actually what it does is, since it's a fixed amount, every single time you receive any forms of damage, it will block that specific amount. So that's the good thing about it. However, that's also the reason why it's so hard to increase, because imagine if your damage resist actually reaches 1 million, then who can actually kill you, right? So to keep the balance, pretty much they make it hard for the damage resist fixed amount to be hard to increase, so that it won't make your character that immortal. So it's a good place, or it's a good thing to actually increase it, but just be mindful of how much resources you have. Don't spend it all at once, because of course the game is still long. So you just have to strategize carefully on where you allot your materials, because of course there are other things you also need in your character, not just durability. Okay, but of course if you have those extra, if you have that extra alliance contribution, then might as well increase it a little bit, because you need that fixed amount too, because it's very helpful. Even though your fixed amount is just 6k, it's still 6k dodged or 6k blocked against you. And then next, pretty much we can check on the skins. Now, not all of the skins actually provides damage resist. Even some of the Horcrux doesn't really provide it. So this is the reason why the more skins that you have on your wardrobe, the better your stats. But also you have to be mindful of the skins that you are wearing, because you have limited slots and not everybody actually has diamond to open up those extra slots. So make sure that whenever you're trying to buy them skins, you actually have the stats that you need. So that's pretty much overall when it comes to the damage resist. I really love to increase the damage resist, you guys, compared to damage reduction, because damage reduction, you can almost increase it in a lot of places. Damage absorb, same thing. You can have it when you're wearing an archangel, an archangel weapon and all that stuff. You can also see it in your mount. Unlike with damage resist, there are only very, very limited places where you can personally increase it. Now, of course, if your damage resist right now is low, of course, that's very understandable, because like I said, there are very, very limited spots where you can increase it. But since now you know and understand where you can personally increase your damage resist, I hope that this will help you guys invest on those places, because it will really help you out. So that is it pretty much for my video. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you guys have questions, just please leave them on the comment box down below. I appreciate your time and patience, and see you guys again on my next video. Peace out. XOXO RaiA.